Hello and welcome. Today we're starting a new series on Space Engineers. If you don't know what this game is, think about it as Minecraft in space, but only better and a lot more complicated. Alright, so getting into it, I've got a new game set up here called YT Survival. And then for the mods, I've got all these little mods here. Alright, I'm not going to bother going through them as we'll discuss them in game. Now, under advanced settings, I've changed a few things, inventory size and welding and grinding speed, mostly for quality of life because honestly, nobody wants to sit here and watch me grind forever. Alright, moving on. Excuse me. I added cargo ships and enabled in-game scripts so we can use things like Izzy's solar array and things like that. Beyond that, that's really about it. Also, progression is enabled, so we have to work our way through things, which is fine by me. Alright, getting started. We are on the solar system custom game, so we've got planets and moons and asteroids, oh my. Now we gotta wait for the sometimes lengthy beginning startup here, but honestly, if you've ever played modded Minecraft, this is nothing. Plus, they give you nice little hints and sometimes some nice quotes from famous people, and sometimes I think some of them are made up, but that's just between you and me. Alright, here we are. We are going to GamePod. We're going to select our starting location. I think for this series, I think what we're going to do is basically we're going to start on Earth, which is Earth-like rather. We're going to start there, build a small base, and get to the moon. And then from the moon to Mars, or the Mars-like planet, and then from there to the alien planet, building a string of bases and supply depots on each one. And maybe we'll do some pirate hunting as well. Alright, so we're going to start here. Come on now. And go. Now, Earth is pretty nice because, one, you don't have to worry about oxygen all the time. And two, it is pretty. Let me see. It looks like we're falling into a nice little temperate zone. There may be mountains, but the only downside is ice might be a little harder to find, but I found some right over there. So, let's see what we got going on here. Oh, this would be a good area for a nice little base. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, stay in first person. Here we go. I prefer first person. Sorry if I'm sounding a little weird. I'm fighting off a cold and it's pretty much just woke up, so yeah. Alright, so get back in here and we're gonna open up our inventory here. We're gonna take out our automatic rifle and our ammo for said rifle. I don't have wolves enabled because mostly it's a pain in the ass and you just spend all your time creating ammo just to fight the things off. So we're not going to do that. What we are going to do though, let's check out our little drop pod here. This pod could easily be converted into a small vessel of some sort. One of my favorite things to do with it is change it into a rover. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Just pretend that didn't happen. Alright, so it's got a battery. It has a survival kit. And it's got a H2 O2 H2 generator, which has an extra bottle of oxygen and an extra bottle of hydrogen, which is very handy. In here, we're going to throw stone in here and get some resources. So, let's go gather some stone. we don't want to mar up our landscape over here, so we're just gonna come over here and get ourselves some stone. Oh, that's a little loud. Hold on a second, guys and gals. Don't forget about the gals. All right. Audio. Let's turn that down quite a bit more. All right, that's better. I'm sure those of you who wear headphones to watch these series probably appreciate that. Now, if you notice, I have a mod that allows my drill to automatically pick up whatever gets popped out and put it straight into my inventory. I mean, this is a lifesaver. If I could only have one mod in this game, it would be this one. And a little red bar down there is starting to fill up. And we is full. Now we're just going to fly over here because it's frankly faster than walking. Alright, and got to take our stone, throw it in here. Now, once you get your stone in there, just go to production here. And then, I think it's Control Shift. Yeah, do that a couple times. And it'll keep this queue in there. So whenever you throw stone in there, it'll automatically start converting it into resources. And the resources you get from stone are iron, nickel, and silicon, which is the primary resources for everything. Now, you don't get nearly as much resources from stone as you would, say, an ore vein or like a rock on the surface. But stone like this has the distinction of being easy to find everywhere. And honestly, it's not so bad to mine. Once we get 2 or 3 loads in, we should be able to start making some decent amount of stuff. 10,000 kilograms of stone. See, it already processed that. And it goes pretty quickly. Now, when you get a basic refinery and a regular refinery going, it goes even faster. You can process 200,000 or 300,000 in no time flat, and it's gone. But anyway, point being, in the beginning, stone is your best friend. I know it's my best friend. I mean, who doesn't love a good igneous rock? But, oh, don't forget to press L to turn on your lights, because it is dark. Oh, and I'm full. See, when your inventory gets full, all your crap just drops on the ground and runs away. And I'm not going to go chase that. Alright. Looks like we've got a good little bit of iron going. Iron's going to be your biggest concern right now. So what we're going to do is have the production system create some iron plates. What we're going to need is, I would say 20 iron, well, let's go 50 iron plates, 50 girders, some interior plates, about 20 of those, and some construction components. While those are working on that, more stone. Now eventually, actually not too far away, really, probably in an episode, next episode or one after that, I'm going to create a little derrick style drill, whereas it's just going to hang off a platform and drill up a whole bunch of stone. Now, this is easily accomplished by using 3 large drills and a piston and an advanced rotor. Once you get those in place, click a few buttons, start spinning away, and you got more stone than you know what to do with. Alright, so it's got some iron going. Why are you in there? Okay, see, before I put the stone in, it had finished the iron plate order, which you can check on the progress. Well, it didn't finish. Thought it did. Never mind. You can check on the progress by going to the production tab and looking at the production queue. Now, if you need to move things along, you say, hey, I don't want to wait for the stone. I can move the iron plate up to the front. And once it's finished with its last batch, it will switch to that. So what we're going to do is move this all the way down to the end here and get this stuff made. Alright, so go back to inventory. Let's snag a few of these. We're going to make ourselves a bit of a platform. I'm thinking, oh, right there would do. This first platform we're going to make isn't going to be much. Mostly it's going to hold a basic refinery, a basic assembler, and a way to power it. And maybe just a little touch of storage here. And even with the block storage turned up to 10 times, storage is still a bit of an issue. So we're going to want to make sure we have plenty of that. Alright, see, in the beginning, like this base, I'm not going to weld these up. It's just going to waste iron. And this thing's just temporary anyway. So, we're just going to put everything on top of these girders and frameworks here. And not worry about the aesthetics of it. Alright, so now we're working on interior plates. We got those done. Let's see. Now, thankfully in this game, they start you out with a jetpack, which makes doing this stuff way easier. And they also start you out with a way of refilling via that oxygen hydrogen generator, which is rather kind of them. Alright, so what we're going to put up here is a wind turbine, although I need more interior plates. Alright, thankfully those we're making. Yoink. Alright, now we get that up there. Alright, so we got the framework here made, and it looks like we're going to need some more motors and construction components and some computers. So let's get those queued up. I believe the components are already queued. Oh, and they're done. So we need to make a motor. I think it said 8. And then 2 computers. And thankfully we can get all this made with the stuff that we get from gravel. Now, early game, make sure you do not lose this survival kit. Because if you lose it, you're screwed. Because I don't know of any other way to get it back. Without cheating, of course. Alright, so got computers made, and motors are almost done here. I could have sped up the production time with the advanced menu there, but I feel like it gives me something to do when I want to create multiple assemblers later on that work together. And I will show you guys how to do that. Alright, now this turbine here doesn't see it still shows a need interior place to complete it, but it's above the functional line there, so it's going to generate power. This one turbine is enough to power a refinery and a basic assembler. Now if you want a little more than that, you're going to need at least 2 or 3. Now the trick to remember on these things is they like their space. Give them at least 8 blocks apart from each other, which each block is 2.5 meters. Excuse me, is 2.5 meters, so you can do the math on that. Now, excuse me just a moment so I can get a drink. That's better. Thank you very much. Alright, so now we got that going. We have power, but we have nothing to power. Let's see if we've gathered enough resources to make something nice. Alright, so we're going to want a basic assembler here. Or, sorry, a basic refinery. The refinery will replace the stone processing of this. Now, since I'm lazy, I installed a mod. I think it's called Easy Inventory. It lets me shift-click a production system, and it will automatically queue up everything you need to make this device. And I think I got everything I need to start it. So I'm going to place that down there. Let's see what I need. Alright, a bunch more steel plates, construction components, motors, computers, and steel plate to finish it off. Alright, steel plates working on. Yep, looks like it's got everything going right now. Now, I do not know. Oh, I am going to need more iron, so let's go mining. There you go. Yeah, as you play this game, you can encounter probes like from that unknown signal over there, and have a chance to get custom skins for your suit and tools. And I think right now I have the cow skin on my drill. I mean, it does absolutely nothing, but it just changes the way it looks. And unlike most games that have random loot, you don't have to pay for this. Alright, now that's filled up. Oh. Now, be careful getting lost in holes, because it is easy to make a snaky way and just have a hard time finding your way out. Alright, so 10k more stone. Let's get that iron in there. No idea why those are doing that. Hey, get over there. Alright, so in production, looks like we're still waiting on some steel plates and those construction components. I think that load might get me to where I need to be. So, that's got about 8 minutes left on it. And it's 2.5-ish kilometers away. So what we're going to do is we're going to refill our hydrogen bottle. Then refill our main jetpack. Now, with the hydrogen bottle on you, it automatically refills as your jetpack runs out. So it's great. The thing is, the hydrogen bottle also gives you about, I don't know, 4 or 5 jetpacks worth maybe. I haven't really kept track of it. But it's a lot longer than what your jetpack by itself would normally handle. Now let's go and get this unknown signal. These are a great source of basic parts early game. If I can get up there. Oh, that's why. We're spawning in. Alright. Okay, this has... here it is. There's a button on here somewhere, but... yeah. Anyway, this small cargo container has... wow, that has a lot of what we need. Awesome. Now, you want to try and open it first, because when you grind it down, you might lose some of the stuff. Right, don't you go nowhere. No, I need you. Oh. And careful, because this is a good way to fall off a mountain, forget to turn your jetpack on, and die. Hey, there was a button. Alright, well, I am not going to go chase that down, so back to the base. Now, grinding it apart will give you a few components, construction components, and steel plates, stuff like that. Not a lot. But early game, it's very helpful. Alright, see, we are still chugging through that hydrogen. Now, if you see this here, where it says antenna, this is your respawn pod. Now, if this thing gets destroyed and you don't have a GPS marker set up, good luck finding your base, because you're not going to. Because these worlds are massive. So, just keep that in mind. Alright, so now with that easy inventory mod, just hold a tool or an object and then alt right click, dumps everything in there. Now what do I need? Let's just take out all this and just see where it leads me there. Sorry. I got a little tongue tied there. Alright, now let's weld this bad boy up. Okay, now why do I not have motors? Could have sworn I told it to make motors, but maybe it ran out of stuff to use, and sure enough did. Looks like it ran out of iron. So, one more bout of iron mining. Up in my stone hole here. Now, sometimes, if you want to mine below you, like straight down, you have to press C and crouch to get close enough to mine it. I think there's a mod that extends the mining range a little bit, but I'm not using that one. So let's get this all filled up, or at least as much as I can. Now, thankfully, your player inventory does not add weight to your player. It will, however, add weight to your uh, small vessels, ships, capital vessels, whatnot, requiring more thrust to move around and making it more difficult for them to move easily. I mean, it's just a basic law of inertia there. But you can get around that simply by adding more power. I mean, who doesn't want more power on their spaceship? Let's see. Speaking of spaceships, if you did not know, you get to make your own vessels from block-like components, like this one. But this one, I think this one I'm going to turn into a buggy so I can run around here. But eventually I will be making either probably a hydrogen-powered spaceship. That way we can get up to orbit, mine some of the more rare things like gold and plutonium. Plutonium is only found in space, as far as I know. If I am wrong about that, please leave me a comment down below, and I will address that in the next episode. Ooh, I'm getting some sim speed issues. Alright. Okay, now we got our basic refinery going. This will take some stone, which I should go get some as reference here. Let's get some sealing stone. And don't mind me humming because I'm a strange, strange man, and I will do that. Hey, looks like we busted through. Now, the world is really cool because it is a complete voxel world. I mean, it's round, but it's also 65 kilometers to the center of it, so it's pretty big. And if you wanted, you could probably mine straight through it. I would not recommend it. Alright, now we got our little miner up here. Or not miner, my mistake, a refinery. And look how fast it just chugs through that. Now this will handle most everything except for more advanced things like gold and silver and uranium, but it's not bad. Alright. Let's make sure. One thing you want to do is make sure your oxygen and hydrogen is always topped off. See, now I'm really low on ice. That means I'm going to have to go, I think, over this way, I think, and find some ice. There it is. That entire lake over there is made of ice. And ice is what you use to get oxygen and hydrogen. And from the looks of it, it's not that far away. Let's get down here again. Whee! Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why my sim speed is running a little slow. So I have to work on that between episodes here. Alright, I think the next thing we need is... Let's take our refined resources from here. Which isn't much, but it was quick. Come to think of it, it may be that it's having trouble with the recording onto the same hard drive that I'm using to play the game on. So next time I'll put on my secondary hard drive and see how that works. Alright, so what I need is... Well, I don't need one of those. Jeez, that takes a lot of steel. Alright. I need an assembler. A basic one. Oh, looks like I already had one. Alright, let's see if we got the resources for it. Nope. I'm going to tell it to create some stuff. just tell it to skip the plates there. I'm pretty sure I probably got enough of those. If not, we'll make it. Now we gotta use our home and insert delete keys and whatnot over here to rotate. Now if you press tab a couple times, it'll bring up this diagram here in the top right corner that says what key does what. Alright, and there we go. Put it down there. See, we didn't need steel plates at all. Alright. So it looks like all I need is the motors, displays, and computers. See, that right there is an enemy craft. It probably won't fly low enough to bother us, but once we get a small vessel and maybe some shields on it, we can go up there and take it down, either steal it all together or down it somewhere and then harvest it for really nice components. Because some of these ships have jump drives on them. Alright, so we got that, and we're just waiting on these computers now. Right. Okay. Yep. I need, like, what, 72 computers now? Process you. Process. See that right there? That is the alien planet. That right there is Mars. And around somewhere is the moon, which might be on the other side of the planet. So we'll go up to space, maybe make an asteroid base, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But we're definitely going to be making a moon base. And then maybe set up some sort of supply network with automated dropship couriers that bring stuff from one production facility to another. And that'd be cool. Might take some script work to get that done, but I think it'd be worth it. Alright, so we just need more computers. Now, this game, it doesn't really have a goal in mind. I mean, there's no end point. I mean, it's one of the games where you just kind of make your own fun. And I like that. Like, you give yourself a challenge. Like, my challenge for this series is to make a base on every major world. So, and I think I'll do that. Because each world has its own unique things you got to worry about. Like, you know, Earth has the highest gravity, I think. Well, second highest gravity. So it's a pretty easy start. But the alien planet has higher gravity. Mars has lower gravity, but no breathable atmosphere. Same for its moon. And then I'm not entirely certain what the alien planet has because I've never been there. Now the moon has absolutely nothing, but it's just a rock with resources. Alright, so now that we have these two things here, this little ship here has basically been replaced. Let me see. Now we have access to build all these components. And then if we get some cobalt, we can upgrade our tools a little bit and make it a little easier to mine from there. But I think I'm going to call it quits from there. And I will see you next time on Space Engineers. Now, if you liked the video or you'd like to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe. Now, if you didn't like it, feel free to leave me a comment anyway and explain to me why, and I will try and make that aspect of the video better. Well, thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.